alliance of those who believe in our great Judeo-Christian tradition. We have no better friends in the world than our Christian friends. And I want to thank each of you for your friendship. And it's no accident that in Israel, that's the only place in the Middle East where Christians are free to practice their faith, complete religious freedom for all, and especially for Christians who are constantly under attack in the Middle East. Constantly. You know, at the beginning of the 20th century, the Middle East had 20% of its population was Christian. It's down to 4% today, including in the city of Bethlehem, that used to be predominantly Christian, it's down to 20%. And what we want to do in Israel is to continue to guard the religious freedom of all. And our Christian friends recognize this, and they appreciate that for this reason as well. So thank you for your solidarity, always. And I think it's also an important fact that you mentioned, Michael, that with the pictures that flashed on the screen for a minute, it's important to understand that Jewish political Zionism would not have been possible with the 19th century Christian Zionism that preceded it, and in fact helped steer the course of modern Zionism. It's a fact that when Herzl spoke at the beginning, I think in 1903 in London, his greatest supporters were Christian Zionists, including Lloyd George, including Balfour and others. So there is an intimate relationship between Christian Zionism and Jewish Zionism, and one helped make the other possible. I think that today we have a common cause not only to protect Christians and Yazidis and Muslims and Jews, obviously, everywhere, but to protect our view of a civilization that guarantees individual rights, guarantees democracies, guarantees individual freedom. These are the elements that guide us. What does Israel stand for? Freedom. Freedom. The freedom of a nation that reemerged from the ashes and from exile. The freedom of people to speak their mind. The freedom of people to practice their faith. This is what we stand for. Now those who oppose us, which you mentioned, the new anti-Semitism, I think the best way to fight them is not merely to speak the truth, but also to expose these delegitimizers. Who do they stand with? Who do they stand with? They stand with Hamas, who shoots people in the back of the head in the square in Gaza. They stand with Daesh, who beheads people. They stand with Iran, the great protector of human rights. This is who they stand for. And I think that too has to be exposed. It's not only defense, it's also offense. And I would say, from my experience in everything, offense first. Offense first. Delegitimize the delegitimizers. You should do that everywhere, in the campuses, in the media, and here. So I welcome the opportunity to speak to the Friends of Zion. I welcome the opportunity to speak to our Christian friends.
So why do you think the claim that the Palestinians were somehow there in Israel first and have been displaced in a colonial occupation, let's say, by the Jews, why do you think that idea has gained such cachet, not least in the West?
Because of ignorance? I mean, what do you mean they were here first? Well, you know, you're familiar with the story of Jesus, right? Jesus was a Jewish rabbi living 2,000 years ago. He was a rabbi from the Galilee, okay? He came to Jerusalem, he turned the money tables of the tables of the money changers on the Temple Mount. Where did that happen? Did it happen in Tibet? It happened here. Jerusalem was our capital. King David made it our capital 3,000 years ago. So the Jews are here. To try to say that they weren't here and that the Palestinians were here thousands of years ago is ridiculous. Anybody, you know, anybody who can, you can actually Google this and find out how absurd this thing is. So as far as reinventing ancient history, that is unpardonable, because anybody can find out and understand that the Jews were here for thousands of years, the Palestinians weren't here.
In the name of peace, they've killed innocent children, father and mother, elderlies, destroyed life, families in the name of peace. I don't care what people say. What is happening in Israel currently as we speak? What peace? What peace? This group blames the other, and the other blames the other. Never-ending story. And in the meanwhile, innocent people are being killed, destroyed, vanishing from the face of this earth in the name of, this is my homeland. No, this is my homeland. This is my territory. No, this is my territory. Away with you. Because they're trying to do it their way, away from God. Until we receive the true divine God in our hearts, who is Jesus Christ of Nazareth. And Jesus Christ has got nothing to do with Christians, with anyone else. Jesus Christ is God for God's sake. He is not Orthodox. He is not Catholic. Definitely not Protestant. He is none of you. He is God, the creator of everyone and everything, visible and invisible. Until we come and have this true divine God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, in our hearts, we will never ever find peace. Period. Never.
Lalu Yesus masuk ke bait Allah dan mengusir semua orang yang berjual beli di halaman bait Allah. Ia membalikkan meja-meja penukar uang dan bangku-bangku pedagang merpati dan berkata kepada mereka,
"Ada tertulis, rumahku akan disebut rumah doa, tetapi kamu menjadikannya sarang penyamun."
Maka datanglah orang-orang buta dan orang-orang timpang kepadanya dalam bait Allah itu, dan mereka disembuhkannya.
Iya, shalom teman-teman semua. Terima kasih sudah menonton video ini, dan itulah puji-pujian mereka ya, untuk memuji Allah Israel, untuk memuji Allah nenek moyang mereka, yaitu Allah Abraham, Ishak, dan Yakub. Nah teman-teman, kekuatan Israel itu bukan berasal dari manusia. Kalau mereka masih bisa bertahan sampai saat ini, itu bukan karena kekuatan mereka, bukan karena kekuatan militernya, bukan karena kekuatan Iron Dome-nya, tetapi itu semua karena kekuatan Allah, yang dimana Israel itu dipelihara oleh Tuhan, dijagai oleh Allah sendiri, karena itu adalah bangsa pilihan Tuhan. Nah teman-teman, kalau terkait teknologi-teknologi yang mereka ciptakan, itu tentu saja berasal dari hikmat Tuhan ya, kecerdasan yang dianugerahkan Tuhan kepada mereka. Nah teman-teman, kenapa sampai saat ini mereka kuat dan mereka masih bisa melawan bangsa-bangsa di sekitar mereka, sekalipun mereka hanya berdiri sendiri dan kemudian musuh-musuh mereka di sekitar mereka menyerang mereka. Dan ini tidak berlaku sampai hari ini teman-teman, tetapi ke depan akan terus-menerus musuh-musuhnya melawan mereka. Dan pemeliharaan Tuhan, janji Tuhan itu berlaku atas mereka sampai selama-lamanya, seperti yang pernah dijanjikan kepada nenek moyang mereka. Nah teman-teman, seperti yang tertulis dalam Yesaya 41 ya, ayat 8 sampai seterusnya, dikatakan di sana, "Tetapi engkau, hai Israel hambaku, hai Yakub yang telah kupilih, keturunan Abraham yang kukasihi, engkau yang telah kuambil dari ujung-ujung, aku panggil dari penjuru-penjurunya. Aku berkata kepadamu, engkau hambaku, aku telah memilih engkau dan tidak menolak engkau. Janganlah takut, sebab aku menyertai engkau. Janganlah bimbang, sebab aku ini Allahmu. Aku akan meneguhkan, bahkan akan menolong engkau. Aku akan memegang engkau dengan tangan kananku yang membawa kemenangan. Sesungguhnya semua orang yang bangkit amarahnya terhadap engkau akan mendapat malu, dan kena noda. Orang-orang yang membantah engkau akan seperti tidak ada dan akan binasa." Nah teman-teman, hari-hari ini firman Tuhan ini yang tertulis dalam Yesaya 41 itu tergenapi, ya, orang yang menentang dan melawan Israel secara membabi buta, secara brutal, teman-teman, maka mereka akan binasa di tangan Israel itu sendiri. Kenapa? Karena itu sudah janji Tuhan dan itu tergenapi. Karena kalau Tuhan berbicara, masa ia tidak melakukannya, masa ia tidak melaksanakannya. Karena Israel adalah biji mata Tuhan. Siapapun yang mengganggu biji mata Tuhan, sama halnya dia melawan Tuhan, teman-teman, ya. Nah, jadi itu yang perlu saya sampaikan kepada kita semua. Memang Israel itu adalah pilihan Tuhan. Tapi jika mereka tidak bersalah, teman-teman, jika mereka tidak bersalah, maka mereka pun bisa diserahkan ke tangan bangsa-bangsa lain. Tetapi pemeliharaan Tuhan itu tetap berlaku atas mereka, sekalipun sampai mereka ditawan, sampai mereka dibuang ke pembuangan, Tuhan tetap mengambil mereka kembali untuk memulihkan keadaan mereka, mengembalikan mereka ke negeri mereka, ke bangsa mereka yang sudah dijanjikan kepada nenek moyang mereka, karena itu adalah perjanjian Allah dengan Israel untuk seterusnya sampai anak cucu mereka. Nah, teman-teman, itu saja yang perlu saya sampaikan kepada kita semua. Sekalipun bangsa-bangsa mengutuk mereka, tetapi apa yang dinyanyikan oleh mereka tadi, lagu-lagu pujian mereka memuji Elohim Adonai yang mereka percayai, Allah nenek moyang mereka, maka tidak satupun bangsa di bumi ini yang bisa menggoncangkan mereka. Justru merekalah yang bisa menggoncang dunia ini, teman-teman. Kenapa? Karena Allah berpihak kepada mereka apabila mereka berada di dalam kebenaran. Nah, itulah sebabnya kenapa Israel itu tidak pernah mencari masalah dengan bangsa-bangsa lain. Karena memang mereka tahu ketika mereka mencari masalah dengan bangsa-bangsa lain, maka mereka akan diserahkan ke tangan bangsa-bangsa dan mereka pasti akan mengalami kekalahan. Nah, tetapi ketika mereka takut akan Tuhan, mereka pasti mengalami kemenangan. Demikian yang saya sampaikan, kiranya Tuhan Yesus memberkati.